Hi, Nicole here. Welcome to another video. Today's video is all about Instagram Reels. Now, being a photographer for my branding clients for over 12 years and also providing them brand video and brand strategy, Reels are also something that comes up along the way. Now, I am working with small businesses, so they're always looking to ways to utilize their content that I create for them in various ways. Reels is the biggest thing right now, and as of right now, July 2022, there's been a lot of changes since my older video I created, so that's why I wanted to make this new video for you today. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is all about Reels. However, as a business owner myself and a creative, I typically, probably 99% of the time, use pre-recorded content and make the reel at another time. For example, if I'm out on a shoot and I want to create a reel to kind of show the process of my day, I am taking video, photos, time lapses, little bits of each part of the beginning, middle, and end, and then creating a reel later. So that's different than if you're in the app itself and you're creating it within the app on the fly and you're sending it right out onto Instagram. So that is the big difference with this video. I am going to be hitting on just pre-recorded content. It's the easiest way I have found to make reels, and I hope it helps you as well. Now, with the pre-recorded content, there are two methods that I recommend to use the content. You can either have your pre-recorded content, which I'm going to show you today, and build it within the app, or depending on the amount of content, how intricate the content is, I often will make them in Canva. I use the Instagram story format, and I can build the whole story on my desktop, on my computer, and then it's so much easier to then upload that file, do any text or effects that I want, and send it off. Okay, all right, so let's jump into this. So I wanted to create a reel with you today from a photo shoot I was recently on. And again, I'm always thinking of the beginning, middle, and the end to kind of tell that whole story. So if you're just doing a quick reel with a couple captions or showing a great view, then you could potentially just build that in Instagram and have it quickly done within minutes. But if you kind of wanted to build a bigger thing, I kind of wanted to show you my process and how I do that. Okay, all right, so let's jump into this. So I am in Instagram, and the first thing is the little plus sign on top. You'll click on that and you'll have your option for reel. Now, many of my small business owner clients are still trying to master reels, so this is really a beginner's approach to reels. So feel free to skip ahead with the bar below if you need to, if there's something specific that you're looking for. Okay, so here I am in the reels. Now, since I'm using pre-recorded content, the two main things that I'm looking for or that I'll be utilizing is the music, which is the top item, but the second item is the timing. Now, my old video did not have all these options, so now we have 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and 90 seconds. And my brand strategy is I'm always doing different lengths all different times. I just don't always do 90 seconds. I may do 7 seconds or a 20 seconds. So you don't have to be locked into that amount of time. So I'm just gonna choose the 30-second, and that should be good. Okay, so now for pre-recorded content. I'm going to go in the lower left-hand corner, and that is my camera roll. You'll see all sorts of things pop up. Now, this is in my recent folder, but I'm gonna scroll down because I created a folder just for this photo shoot. All right, so once I went into this folder, these are all different pieces of content that I gathered throughout the day. I wanted to show a story of this photo shoot and just give an idea. We had a we had both an outdoor and an indoor component of the shoot, so that's what I'm going to show. And since this client was a puppy trainer, the puppy was the highlight, and I'm going to include him first to kind of draw people in. So I don't need to use this entire clip. And when you first drop in, I want you to notice two things. First, there's a bar on the very top that's turning pink as the clip is running. That whole bar is showing that 15 second, 30 second, 90 second, whichever time frame you choose, that bar is going to show you how much time you've taken or that you have left over. So that's always important to look at. At the bottom, that shows you the whole clip, but I don't need this entire thing. So I know I'm just going to drag this white bar, and I just want to show a little clip of him to kind of draw people in. So let's see. Okay, so that's like a minute. Okay, now I'm going to click add in the upper right hand corner. Now I'm going to grab another piece of content from that day. So we started outside, so now I'm going to I captured this time lapse. I just set up my phone from a distance on a little tripod, and I captured this time lapse. Now this time lapse is really long. I don't need this whole portion. So maybe I just wanted to capture when I'm just setting up the lights and stop it there. And then add. Now I could always bring that clip back in and show a later portion, and I'll show you that as well. Okay, so then I go back to the lower left-hand corner, go back to my content, show another little clip. Let's see. I'll bring this one in. Another new feature with Reels is that you can almost see it, but there's like a little 1x. I can now speed this up. Like let's say I want it ×4. Obviously it's squeaking because of the volume. I'm not gonna include the volume, but let's see if I can get them walking down. And it's almost turning this otherwise regular video clip into a time lapse. Okay, I'm just gonna add that. All right, so then back to, here's another little clip. I'm just going to drag that across. I could change, now this is already a time lapse, so I don't need the speed. I'm just going to shorten that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add. All right, go back to content. I'm going to show when I'm in, I just wanted to highlight how we're looking at the images on live view. Okay, and add. Okay, so now we're going to go inside. So I'm going to show all the gear. I took this little video, show all the props. And I think I'll keep that entire clip. So add. And then, let's see, we did this whole setup. So now we're setting up inside. So now we went from outside to inside. So I'm just telling the story of the day. I'm not going to use this whole thing, maybe just the beginning. And I'm always looking at the top bar. All right. Okay. People will get the point. You don't have to give all the content. Okay, I'll add that. And then my last setup was in the kitchen. So it's another time lapse here. Time lapses are a great way to kind of like show the day without running a video in the background, and it's just myself doing these photo shoots, so it works out. All right, and add. Okay, so now I want to choose an audio. So I'm going to go to audio. Now this is showing all the popular items here. If I have saved items, so when I'm going around and looking at reels of other content creators and I like a sound or an audio, so now there's music, but then there's also audio that you can save. The name of that audio, which appears right under their name, and you can click on it and save it. So that's how you can save that audio. So I can go to save, and maybe there's something that I liked here that's long enough. So I'm just going to choose something that, let's see, we'll just go with this one. Okay, then it will play it back. So now I'm playing back my, just gonna turn it down. Let's see how that looks. It's running through, okay? And so if everything looks good, I can click on done, then click next, and now you can add text to kind of build up the day so you can walk your viewer through. So I'm just gonna say like photo shoot day, and I can change the text down below as I'm scrolling through all the different texts. If I don't want that bubble around it, I can click that off or click it on, click that on, and it'll kind of scroll through the white, the black, and then nothing. And then this is also an effect. It can kind of do different things on the actual, you can kind of see it's expanding. Maybe I take that off, whoops. Take that off. I don't want that text. Okay, so we'll just put that bar around it, photo shoot day. Now, I don't want it right in that middle of the frame, so when I click done, I can move it wherever I want. So I'll have it lower here. I can move it side to side. If you go too far, it's gonna get cut off. So I just normally keep it in the middle somewhere. But I don't want this to run for the entire reel. So how I change the timing of the text is I will click on that left hand, the little bubble that shows what the text is, and now you can see that whole bar at the bottom is highlighted. If I just want photo shoot day to appear on that first section, I am going to just drag it all the way to where you see the little puppy, and now it will go away after that puppy section in the beginning. You can still see it, but that's not going to appear on the final result. So now I click done, but I want to add more text. So now it's, I'll just say first outdoor images, let's say. We'll lower that to the center. Click on first outdoor. Now I don't want that to start from the beginning, so now I have to drag both the beginning. So I'll have that where I'm setting up, and then I'll drag it back to, maybe I could just have it on that first clip, but maybe I'll just drag it there. And then that runs through, and then I'll see, okay, I'm gonna say review of images. And again, we can put this anywhere. I could change the font. I'm gonna click on review of images. I don't want it to start in the beginning. I don't want it to be where I'm talking about outdoor shoot. I wanna talk about once it gets to that trunk shot, and then I'm just gonna drag it across. Okay, then now, that's adding text, that's adjusting where the text is. And now there are some other updates. So I'm gonna click done, so it kind of stops that. But if you go too over, it's like a little square with a face. That is where you can now add some stickers. So if you wanted to put captions in, have a poll, have quizzes, you can then add stickers, which is something new. So if I wanted to do this, I can ask a question. I could just leave it blank. I may put this at the end. So now I'm going to scroll so I can find that sticker. Oh, that sticker is going to be there for the whole thing. Typically, I'm just going to drag and delete. So if I didn't want something, but if there was, let's see, I want to do like a star or clapping. How about that? Okay. If I want, I'm going to scroll all the way over. Now you can see that little sticker clap. I can adjust where that's going to appear. So maybe I'll just, and then I can put that up there. And then that's the end. So now I'm going to click done. Now, if I'm happy, it'll run through. If I'm happy with everything that I've written for text and everything, then I can click next. And now I'm ready for the caption and the hashtags. But we also want to think about the cover. So I can edit cover. I'm going to click on that, and that's what's showing right now. I don't know why. Okay, so that clapping hand is showing up there. So I'm just going to click done. I'm going to go back arrow. Okay, show the hand. Okay, that did not adjust. So let me just bring that back and make sure that's done. Okay, click next, always adjusting. Why is, yeah, let's see there. Next. Okay, so now I'm going to edit cover. Now, when you click on profile grid, that will show you what it looks like in the actual grid, which is great. So now I'm going to adjust the cover, and at the bottom here is where you can slide through and do all different things based off the reel. And I might just have it when I'm outdoors, setting up profile. I can just slide this around and change what the profile looks like, click done, and then write a caption. This is where I'm writing a caption. You still want to write a caption even if it's a reel. You still want to add hashtags because that's where things will get discovered if you want to tag people. And I know a lot of times, maybe if as a small business owner, you're getting pulled in different directions, something comes up and you've got this far, but you don't have time to write a caption or the hashtag. What's great is that at the bottom left-hand corner is Save Draft. So if I click Save Draft, I can now leave, do what I need to do, and when I come back, so I'm just going to X out, when I come back to my, so here is my Instagram feed. If I go over to Reels, you'll see those are the live reels, but then you have a draft section. So I can click on drafts, I can click on that reel, and now I can add the caption, add the hashtag. Okay, so we've covered that there's now 90 seconds that you can go up to on a reel. You can add stickers, there's music and audio, and I can create a reel like this within the app, or I could do all of this in Canva using the Instagram stories, create it there, and then upload and do many of these things here. The other thing that I wanted to touch on, I'm going to save draft, is that many times when you're looking at reels, you may see something called Use Template in the lower left-hand corner when you're viewing a reel. And I just wanted to touch on this, that for this reel here, this was a template that I saw on another feed. So now if I choose Use Template, so if you were using this, look at the bottom row here. It's showing all the timing, it's already set up, and all I need to do is replace each one and add media and create that clip. So again, when I mentioned in the beginning that you do a 7-second reel, a 90-second reel, I always change things up and do things just to provide variety for my audience and my clients. But check that out when you're viewing reels of other people. You may see Use Template, and if you like that setup, give it a try. Okay. All right, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.